We have done a lot of videos here at Soul by Soul, but if I'm being perfectly honest, this one right here might just be my favorite. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Soul by Soul YouTube channel. My name is Frankie. I'm happy you decided to join us here today. If you're new to the channel, Soul by Soul is all about sneakers, culture, and community. We review sneakers, talk about what's happening in the culture, and really, we're just here to facilitate a community with all of y'all watching. So today is a really special video, y'all. The sneaker community has waited decades for this release right here. As being a Bronx native, I am so thrilled to be able to be talking about the Terror Squad Nike Air Force One loyalty. Now, a little bit of background before we get into the sneaker itself. If you're not aware, Terror Squad, Nike, they've been making Air Force Ones for a while, but really the Air Force Ones have just been limited to friends and families, really. And basically, the sneaker community has been waiting years to get their own hands on a Terror Squad Air Force One. And as luck would have it, in 2023, as we're celebrating 50 years of hip hop, Nike has decided that they're going to release Terror Squad Air Force Ones to the general population. And the first one that we get is actually Fat Joe's favorite one. In an interview, Fat Joe said that baby blue is one of his favorite colors. And so the Terror Squad baby blue Air Force Ones were his favorite of the whole collection. And as luck would have it, for the Bronx, for Uptown to the world, they were the ones to get their hands first on the Terror Squad Air Force One loyalty. And I was one of those lucky individuals to be able to get it. These shop dropped at Up NYC locations around Uptown. I was able to go to the Up NYC, not far from where I currently live in the Bronx, was able to get my hands on a pair. Very, very fortunate that I could be able to talk about this with y'all today. So let's not waste any more time. Let's dive into the details of this sneaker itself. So here we have a standard Nike Air Force One box. These are what the Terror Squad Air Force One loyalties came in. Let's open them up. Wrap them. I've already seen these because I couldn't wait, y'all. I just had to get them out the box in person. I haven't put them on feet yet, so stay tuned for that in this video. But just looking at this sneaker, y'all, it is beautiful. I really love how you really see just an all white, white on white Air Force One really meeting your eyes. When you look around the lining, you see that baby blue, you see a baby blue swoosh, you see the heel in baby blue, you got the Terror Squad logo right over here, you got Fat Joe's initials, JC, right on the heel right there. You got that air in a baby blue as well, and then a nice icy sole with the Air Force One. On the inside of the sole, there's also a baby blue sole that you got going on in there. So when it comes to Air Force Ones, I typically go a half size down of my regular Nike true size. I'm a true size 10, but when it comes to Air Forces, I feel like they tend to go a little bit bulky for me. So I go a half size down, so these are in a size 10. So that's just my preference, I like to go a little bit snug with my Air Force Ones. So if that's something that you're looking to do, I would recommend going half a size down. But if you want to just stick to your true to size like Mike does, stick with your true size when it comes to Air Force Ones, y'all. But man, these are just a beautiful sneaker. They also do come with a baby blue lacing, as you can see right here. For me, I feel like I'll just stick with the whites. I don't know, I feel like I'm just nostalgic like that, or just classic with it. I like to just kind of keep that white on white going on when it comes to Air Force One. Yo, Air Forces, they're Uptown, baby. They're all about Uptown, the Bronx. So I feel like just keeping it white is a little bit of that. Keeping with nostalgia, keeping with the culture, keeping with the community, if you will. So it's just really cool that like a historic sneaker, a sneaker that really was very, very limited to really friends and families, now is being released to the general public, Uptown to the world, as has been mentioned in the marketing of this sneaker itself. So, this is what we've always asked for when it comes to Nike. We've always asked, how can you give sneakerheads, how can you give us people who really, really love sneakers, how can you give us some of the things that you've worked on in the past? how can you bring some things out of the vault? And here it is, straight out the vault, straight out of Fat Joe's closet, if you will, now to the community, now to the world, and it's beautiful, y'all. These, man, I can't wait to put them on feet, so let's not waste any more time. Let's put these on feet and see how they look. Now these aren't the only Terror Squad Air Force Ones releasing, y'all. The Blackout Terror Squad Air Force Ones will also be releasing. So those are releasing a little bit later on. We're hopeful that we can get our hands on that as well, so we can bring you a review of that. And we'll talk a little bit more in that video if we're very, very fortunate to get that sneaker. A little bit about how people have been talking about, oh, these are just a Panda Air Force Ones. Truth of the matter is, they're actually not, but more to come on a future video on that Air Force One in particular. But for now, y'all, we really appreciate y'all checking out this video, tuning in to talk about the Terror Squad Air Force One loyalty. Make sure you like this video if you haven't already. Subscribe to the Soul by Soul YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok @_Soul by Soul. Thanks so much for tuning in, and stay tuned for what's next. And hey, if you want to learn more about Air Force Ones, check out this video right here where Mike unboxed his very first Air Force One.